Alright boys, so currently just on the beach here in Thailand, in Phuket. It's pretty busy right now because the sun's about to set, which is a bit annoying, but I've been here for a few hours and yeah, it wasn't as busy as this a few hours ago. It was actually really nice, but here we are. It's busy as fuck and I'm still loving it, to be honest with you. I don't know how you can't, like, it's absolutely boiling. Just absolutely beautiful. This is as much as I can say, really. Now, today I want to talk about how I would go back and change my life in literally 1 year if I had to do it all over again. Because a few years ago, I was really unhappy, man, to be honest with you. I was, in a bad place. I was doing things I probably shouldn't have been doing. A lot of drinking alcohol, a lot of instant gratification, and, taking like drugs and stuff. I was going to raves, I know it can be quite common for a lot of people, but I was in a real bad place and I don't think enough people talk about it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm not there anymore. I'm kind of a guy that likes to keep as fit as possible. I like to eat healthy. I like to, just have a healthy lifestyle as much as I can. And I feel like this is what's led me to being able to, come to places like this and make money online and, all the things I ever kind of dreamed of. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that I'm making like millions or whatever, because I'm not, but that absolutely is the plan. And it's just a case of taking time or whatever. It's just one of those things. But anyway, not going to waste any more time. Basically, how would I start all over again and change my life in 1 year if I had to do it all again? And pretty much it starts with one thing, and this is the most important thing, and you hear it a lot, right, and it often goes underlooked, but basically you have to completely change your mindset. You need to go from someone who doesn't believe that things like this are possible to someone that does believe. And belief is absolutely the number one thing, just in anything you do. That's why I always say at the end of my videos, believe you can, and you're more than halfway there, because it's so true. You have to believe you can. You have to believe that it's possible. Without that mindset, you're not going to achieve shit, right? You think of professional football players. How did they get to the stage that they're at now? Yes, they're talented. Yes, they work hard. But ultimately, it's because they believed they could do it. Actors. Maybe they were once in a point in their lives where they, they weren't famous actors, right? But then they believed they could, so they did the things necessary to get to that stage. Yes, you could argue some people got lucky, some people had family members in the industry or whatever. There's always those kind of cases, but you can't go around living life like that. If you weren't born in a scenario where you have family members that are in a good scenario, then you're just going to have to work out how to do it yourself. That's kind of the way it works. Also, I just kind of realized I can't speak, like everyone's looking at me filming a video, and I just don't really give a shit, to be honest. It's kind of funny, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you have to have the right mindset, right? You have to. And the ways that I'd suggest for you to develop that mindset, particularly as a young man, I can't really give advice for women because, believe it or not, I'm not a woman. And yeah, what I would suggest are, getting out your comfort zone as much as you can. So, for that, I'd suggest, getting into martial arts. I talk about that a lot. But seriously, for young men, there is just no better way to kind of get out of your comfort zone, get past fear. When you get punched in the face, you learn so much about yourself. You learn that, you don't have to be a pussy. You learn you learn fitness, you learn health, you learn how to defend yourself. And that is so important. Also, this sunset, man, wait a second. Does it need to be that great? But yeah, aside from boxing and fighting and doing any kind of martial arts, I suggest, you get yourself to the gym. Of course, if you're going and you're working and you're training hard, and you're getting into shape, that's always going to be a good thing. You are what you eat, you are what you train. All these things make sense. I know it sounds so cliche to say, but sometimes you just need to be reminded it, Another thing I'd suggest you do is, of course, eat the right diet. And these are all fundamentals, right? You've heard it 100 times before, but seriously, these are the things that are able to create a mindset that is unstoppable, one that believes in itself. Because once you are able to believe in yourself, you are unstoppable, man. You are unstoppable, sorry. Right? That's kind of the way it is. You know, it doesn't matter what people think of you, it doesn't matter what people say to you. If you believe you're unstoppable and if you believe you're going to win, then you are going to win. That's kind of it. Like, that no one can deny that, right? And I've had people say to me that, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that, I should be trying to work for security, get a job that's safe, right? And if I'd listened to those people, man, like, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, I'd be really unhappy living a job and working a job that I absolutely hate. And that's not what I want. And that's not what I want for you either. Okay? Like, absolutely not. And like I said, I'm not like, you know, it looks like I'm living a real glamorous lifestyle right now. In Thailand, you know, I'm earning millions online, but I'm not. But I'm working to that stage. And I believe it's going to happen. And no one can tell me anything otherwise. I've worked hard for this. And my mindset is exactly where I feel like it needs to be. Another way that you can really just bulletproof your mindset is by reading books. Read books by people that have already achieved the things that you want to achieve. People that have made it in life. People that are doing what you want to do. Oh my god, hang on 1 second. My arm is about to fall off. God, okay. That's better. Yeah, read books. Seriously, man. I can give you a couple of books that have been absolutely incredible for me and that have really just changed and shifted my perspective. And the first one I'll start with is Dotcom Secrets. This is literally the king of books for marketing online and teaching you everything you need to know about making money online. You know, it teaches you marketing. I've just said that twice. It teaches you sales, sorry. It teaches you how to portray yourself online. And it also just teaches you the fundamentals of sales. You know, if you're a guy that doesn't necessarily want to be on camera, not everyone wants to do that, right? If you're that kind of guy, then these books are, well, and I say these books is because Dotcom Secrets is actually a trilogy. But these books are going to teach you the fundamentals of sales. And that's so important. I'd really believe that if you learn sales, you'll never be a poor man, right? You'll always be able to make money and you'll never be reliant on employers. You know, all of these big supermarkets, all of these big companies, what do they all need? They need salesmen, right? That's what they need, because that's what that's how the world works, through sales. So if you're somebody that knows exactly how to do it, and you know the ins and outs, and you know almost the fundamentals of sales, you know, you'll be able to start your own company, you'll be able to work for other companies, and, you know, you'll be able to claim commissions and not just work for a crappy base salary, you know, 30 grand a year. Because quite frankly, that's just shit, man. Like, you know, I've been here a week. I've already met guys that are making so much money, and it's all dependent on how hard they work. You know, the harder they work, the more money they earn, right? And that's how I think work should be. Why should you be capped at, you know, 30k a year, regardless of how hard you work? I feel like that's the modern day trap, and honestly, it's just bullshit. I hate it so much. I'm just gonna let you see the sunset another time. It just doesn't do it justice because it looks so much better in person, as always. But yeah, like, that's everything I'd have to say about Dotcom Secrets. Another book I'd really recommend you read is Unscripted by DJ Marco. I think I said his name right, but yeah, it's called Unscripted, and this is just basically going to make you hopefully wake up and realize just the absolute bullshit of a life that we've been scripted since the day we were born. Sounds far-fetched, maybe it sounds a little bit woo-woo or whatever, but I'm telling you now, you know, this is going to completely change your mindset. And as I said at the beginning of this video, mindset is literally everything when it comes to making money online and changing your life around. You know, if you want to get a good body, you want to get a good physique, it's all mindset. If you want to get money online, it's all mindset. If you want to box and win your first boxing fight, it's all mindset. If you want to get into a healthy relationship and find an amazing partner, you've got to have the right mindset for it. So everything comes down to mindset. And there's actually this really cool, like, reel that I keep seeing. And you can think what you like of Conor McGregor, but there's something that he says that's just absolutely, you know, amazing. It just really strikes me. Basically, he says, you know, there was a point in my life where, you know, I told myself I wouldn't eat that, and I ate that. There was a time where I told myself I'd go to sleep at that time, I didn't sleep at that time. Whatever, excuse the poor accent there. But nonetheless, is that if you tell yourself you're going to do something, or if you tell yourself you are not going to do something, but then you just go ahead and do it anyway, or basically go and do the opposite of what you tell yourself, then you're just going to lose so much respect for yourself. That's going to infiltrate your mindset, right? And that's going to make you not believe in yourself. All these things play a big part in your belief systems. So that's pretty much what I'd have to say, my friend. If you really want to change your life, you have to change your mindset. It's number one, absolutely number one, man. And, then you can start to believe in yourself and you can start to take risks and come to places like this, just like I have, and just like, my friend has, because we both come here together. Now, obviously, I've just spent 10 minutes or so speaking to you about how to do this, and it's not always that easy. It's easier said than done to kind of just listen to all the points I've gave you, and it's not actually that simple for some people. So if you're someone that feels like perhaps you need a little bit more assistance, then I would really suggest you go into the description below and you check out the little program that I've made, which is literally there to help young men go from the position I was in just a few years ago to, living a life of being confident enough to take risks, a life that's full of freedom, a life that's, full of fitness and health and positive mental health. Then I would really suggest that you go and check out that program that I've made in the description below. And the best thing about this is that you're going to meet other guys that are also doing the same sort of thing. They all want to improve themselves, and I'm putting everything into it. I really want to help as many guys as possible level up in life, because I hate the fact that we've all been brought up into this world that's heavily scripted. The people, the higher up people, all want us to live a certain way, and I hate that. And I want to get as many young men away from that as possible. And, as I pursue to try and do that myself, I want to bring other guys with me. I've come here, I've met other guys that are already doing this, and we're all working together to help each other improve our lives. And yeah, I think that is the absolute best way for any young man to, have a cheat code into actually getting there as quickly as possible. So check that out in the description. It's not free, I could have made it free, but at the end of the day, the biggest truth of all of this is that people who pay attention. And I know people might disagree with that, but it's just the truth. Because I could just spit all of my information onto these YouTube videos and people would take it for granted, people wouldn't listen. But if you actually pay a little something towards it, I promise you, that's the only way that you're actually gonna make some effort and make this whole thing worthwhile. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk anymore. I hope you've enjoyed this video, my friend. As I said throughout the video, believe you can, and you're more than halfway there. Let's fucking level up together, my friend. Take it easy.